Hello world, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome back to Robothought Zero to Hero series. Alright guys, we are on Python machine learning on the edge using Jetson Nano, and we have reached lesson number 31. Guys, in this lesson I am going to teach you how to analyze data frames using Pandas, the Python Pandas, which is used widely in machine learning. Alright guys, so in the previous chapters I showed you how to load the data, right, using CSV files and do some manipulations and stuff like that. Now I am going to show you how to analyze using few methods from in this lesson and couple of next lessons. Alright, so let's get into our Jetson Nano very quick, and then we will play around with some of those methods. Alright, I am already logged in, and let's do some Python coding using Pandas library. Alright guys, let's import Pandas as PD. Alright, as PD space enter, and our data frame df equals to pd dot read underscore csv, and then you need to put the path of the file. Remember guys, I showed you how to do that. Whichever folder you save it, or you would have saved your csv data, the format, the file on your desktop itself, or any of the subfolders or folders. So go into that, right click, go to properties, you will find that path, entire path. You need to copy that. Okay, and then once you copy, you need to paste it inside this single quote. And how do you do? This is my path I am going to show you right now. Let me just expand the screen a little bigger. Okay, now let me right click and paste, and that is my path to the data file, the CSV file where I stored. And then you need to mention after desktop / forward / instead of desktop it might be something else for you guys, but for me I saved it on my desktop, so it is desktop / and then data dot csv. This is my data file. Okay, now let's say print excuse me, I have a bad throat today. Print df data frame dot, we are going to use a method called head, head. Okay, head. So basically guys, head is a specific method used in Pandas to extract information whichever the order you want, the top 5, top 10, top 20, top 30 or whatever, right? So that's the way it works. So let's say head, and I am going to fetch the top 10 rows, so I am going to put 10. All right, and now let us see what happens. Let me right click. I hope this program runs. What happened to my mouse? All right, right click, run Python file in terminal, and I got the top 10. Can you see that guys? 0 to 9, right? So I got the entire data from my CSV file in a structured way, like the duration, the pulse and the max pulse and the calories. It's the same example which we are using from the previous lessons, right? Now let me also show you another trick in this. Okay, so for example, if you want, say, only the top first 5 rows, you know what you got to do. Either you can leave it empty and it doesn't throw up anything, or it can just throw only the top 5 just to get you the glimpse of what is that data all about. So let's leave this as a empty, the bracket. I'm not declaring any value, the number of rows and kind of thing. So let's right click, run Python file in terminal, and let me see what happens. All right, so it's showing only the top 5, right? So if you don't put in any value inside the bracket after the dot head method, you will get the top 5 rows from the .csv file. All right guys, so this is how this particular method works, and using this method you can do loads of other things which I am going to show you one by one. So for example, there is also something called a tail method. Okay, now we saw head method, and there is something called a tail method. This method for viewing the last few rows of the data frame. All right, the tail method basically returns the headers and a specified number of rows starting from the bottom, not from the top. The head method will show from the top, the tail method shows from the bottom. It's as simple as that. Let me show you an example. Say remove this head and put it as tail, tail. All right, and if you want to declare, right, say 10, 20, 30, you can do that, but I am going to leave it as it is just to show the bottom file. Run Python file in terminal, and there you go, you get the bottom 5, that is 164 to 168, right? And I can also print the bottom 10 or bottom 20. All you need to do is insert the value here, say bottom 10 or bottom say 15, and you can get the bottom from the tail method in Python Pandas. That's how it works. There you go guys, so you got the bottom 15 from 154 to 167, right? So guys, it's pretty cool, isn't it? So that's how these things works guys, and I am going to show you a couple of more examples in the upcoming lessons where we will see how to clean up some of this messed up data and kind of thing, and we will do some visualization and throwing up some meaningful aspects of this data using Pandas and couple of more libraries. Until then, stay tuned. Bye bye.